Hi, Jason in the DIY Network. My name is Aaron.
And my name is Jamie, and this is Dominic.
And Gia.
Say hi.
And we're the Fouts family. And we have America's
most
desperate backyard. Are we trying to say that together?
So we bought the house about 3 years ago, and it was built in 1958, and when we moved in, it still looked like it was 1958, so we spent the first few months doing a lot of DIY and renovations and upgrading on the inside of the house, and also we did some work in the front yard. But fast forward 3 years later, and we've got 2 little kids, and we're both working. We've kind of run out of time, money, resources to get to the backyard. So
let's show them our backyard.
You want to take them on a tour?
No. No. Okay, well, we will.
So here we are, entering our backyard. The first thing you'll notice is this old chain link fence that we kind of have rigged, but the neighborhood kids can't get in the backyard with our pond, which I can't even open right now. There we go. But yeah, the fence is really old. It's rusting in different areas, broken. It doesn't latch properly. And then if you look over here, this is the back of the house. We've got these big, heavy, old, cracked concrete stairs. And the patio back here, it slopes down towards the house. So anytime there's heavy rain, all of the water kind of goes towards the back of the house and floods this area and actually goes down into our basement. So we had to have waterproofing done, but it's still an issue because when it rains, you've got this standing water that just sits up against the house. You also notice over here, we've got an old, ugly gas door. The windows are outdated and everything as well. The railings are all rusted and old. I think everything's original to the house back here. This is our outdoor kitchen, aka a donated grill that someone gave us for free. It works, but and then over here we got more of these heavy concrete stairs that are putting pressure on the foundation of our house. More outdated, old, original windows. This is our sunroom, which is also a work in progress, but it's a really nice size. And the only bad part about it is when you look out of the windows in the sunroom, you see our ugly backyard. So it'd be nice to have some nice space to look out on so we can relax in our sunroom as well. But this giant concrete patio has a lot of cracks and damage to it and is all uneven. So it's a tripping hazard. And like I said, it has the issue where it's graded towards the house. In this area, we'd like to see a deck out on the back of the house that comes off of the kitchen area and off of the sunroom. So to get rid of these concrete stairs and fix all that grading issue, and maybe have a small patio coming down off of the deck. I'd love a pergola over top. It's kind of a dream of mine to have a big, huge pergola. We've got a giant tree here, which does offer shade, but obviously makes a big mess with all the leaves and everything. The roots are probably part of the reason why the concrete is so damaged here. And then walking over this way, see the fire pit that my husband started to build and hasn't finished. So we'd like to have some kind of fire pit or feature or a fireplace or something like that outdoors so that we can relax with family and friends out here. And then moving around the back of the yard, we've got a retaining wall back here, and you can see that certain areas of it are damaged just from all the overgrown trees, and the roots are kind of starting to knock it down. All the so-called landscape back here, I think, has been here a very long time, so it's just really all overgrown and probably needs to go. And then back here, we've got this retaining wall going along the whole back of our property. We've got the same chain link fence in the back, which gets all overgrown with weeds. And now here in Ohio, we're going into fall, so a lot of it has started to die off, but in the spring and summertime, it really looks bad. You can barely even see the fence because there's so many weeds and things growing over there. You can see there's moss and everything on the retaining wall. That's actually the elementary school in our backyard there, so they've got a lovely view of our landscape from the parking lot. So we'd still like to have fencing so we have privacy, but it's just not very attractive with the old beat up chain link fence. And then moving this way, we've got the vein of my husband's existence. This old concrete pond. It's right in the middle of our backyard. And we have a family of frogs that live in there, and it's a breeding ground for mosquitoes, which is probably why the frogs moved in the first place. But it's a constant worry for us with the 2 little kids, worrying about them falling in there, potentially drowning. So we've tried to get the pond out. My husband's tried renting a jackhammer. You can see that he's made like some little holes in there, but it's just the concrete is so thick that it was impossible for him to get through. So he's drained and it refills when it rains. So it's a constant discussion everywhere we go about what can we do with this terrible pond. It's huge, but it's not very pretty, and it's a safety hazard for our kids. And then moving around here, there's our friend Mushroom. I don't know where he came from. This pond is so gross. It's like swamp water, and you can see the bugs and nastiness in there. It's pretty big too. How big would you say it is?
I'd say it's about 24 feet long and about 12 feet wide.
I don't know, maybe 2 feet deep possibly.
Yep.
And then moving over here, we've got our kind of play area for the kids. This is our swing set that could use a little bit of work. This is something else that was free. So coming over here this way. We've got a little playhouse up here for the kids. They can walk up the little retaining wall to go up there and play. So my husband did a little bit of mulching over here to try to keep the weeds at bay, but we'd love to see a nice play area for the kids where it's safe, where they can just have fun outside and explore their imaginations. And if we come over this way, got more of the ugly chain link fencing that always has weeds and stuff growing up on the side of it. It's not very attractive. You'll also notice our grass is terrible. It's mostly clover or weeds. It's not even nice grass. And then the leaves always fall from all of these trees, and it's hard to keep up with cleaning up, so then it ends up with patches of the grass that die. So it always looks terrible. And this is the other entrance into our backyard. This gate here is also broken, so we just have like a chain wrapped around it to keep the kids from being able to get back here and potentially fall into the pond. And you know, it's here, not even any grass, it's just like dust and dirt over on this side. And then over here,
Sorry.
and then over here, we've got our garden, which also looks terrible. We wanted to have a garden so we could have fresh vegetables, but in our yard with all of the trees, the only place that you really have full sun is like smack dab in the middle of the yard, which isn't really an ideal spot aesthetically to put a garden. And all the plants kind of got overgrown and everything like that. And then we've got the air conditioning unit over here, which is kind of an eyesore where it is. And this is the other side of our sunroom. This over here is the outside of our sunroom. You can see that there's just really no landscaping. We've torn out a lot of the bushes, but anything that's left is just overgrown and just needs completely redone. So we just don't really know where to start. We really need some help. We've got great ideas. We'd love to have the patio, deck, and pergola. We were talking about a pondless water feature, so we'd have the nice effects of hearing the water be relaxing, but we wouldn't have to worry about the safety of the kids while they're little. We'd love to have a fire pit or an outdoor fireplace, a nice area that we could cook and entertain for family and friends, and just a nice place for the kids to be able to play. We just don't really know where to start and really could use some help.
Please help us, Jason.